What's up, everybody? Man, I feel like I ain't made a video in forever. The weather has just been god awful. If we're going by Marvin time, this would be week 29, day 6. So basically it rained for 14 straight days. The ground is still, it hadn't rained in 3 days. The ground is still mushy. And now it's 40 degrees at, I don't even know what time it is, 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock. All right. So took the tractor into the dealer to get the 200 and 400 hour service and a couple little knick-knack things. So first, let's talk about that. Full service, 200 and 600 hour, left front loader nut loose, cruise control switch not working, hydraulic drip on the top link on the back, drive shaft back grease. I figured I greased everything else before I turned it in. I told my buddy John, I was like, look, the way y'all got it, hit that one crappy grease spot on the back of the drive shaft, because it's just a pain to get to. So I let them do that. Changed engine oil and oil filter, changed outer air filter, checked hose clamps, checked alternator belt tension, cleaned radiator, checked front wheel bolt torque, rear wheel has wheel weight. So they didn't even check the torque on them, and I don't really blame them, because they'd had to take 6 wheel weights off and put them back on. That would have been a pain in the butt. Front axle oil, thrust washer and vent has been done when I had the pinion, when I had that new pinion put on the front axle a month or so ago. So they didn't really have to do nothing with that. All right, so that's page 1. All right, so on the cruise control, the reason the tractor was in there so long, they couldn't figure out why the cruise control wasn't engaged. So they ordered a new switch, took a few days for that to come in, put the switch on there, still didn't work. So then they tracked it down to the way it engages is there's a magnet down by the pedal somewhere and a sensor. Well, apparently the sensor was thinking that the brake was always engaged, and that's why it wasn't setting the cruise control. So that was fixed under warranty. So all that other stuff I just mentioned off, all the servicing and the loose nut and changing the oil and the filters, came out to a grand total. Don't take a drink of nothing, because you might spit it out. $656. Part, $105. Miscellaneous, $11. Sales tax, $7. Labor, $533. So here is my overall conclusion of my service, 200 and 600 hour service I had done. I will be going this weekend to Harbor Freight and buying me a torque wrench, because I've changed oil in the tractor before. I don't know what they talked about with the radiator. Cleaned radiator. I guess they just flushed it out. I don't know. That sounds like something I could have done. Checked alternator belt tension. How hard can that be to do? I don't know. Doesn't sound like it'd be that difficult. Take your finger and see if it's tight. Doing. And the left front loader nut loose. Well, I told them that was loose because I could see it. And that had just happened. So I told them to tighten it up while they had it. $656. Over $500, that was labor. That might be the last time I have hourly servicing done. Unless it's just something that I'm scared to do. John, my buddy John, he's the store manager at John Deere where I take my stuff. He's a buddy of mine. He said next time we'll take a Saturday afternoon and do all that. I was like, you think? YouTube channels I've been wanting to tell y'all about. I've been surfing YouTube, and let me tell you, I'm 52 years old. I didn't get on YouTube for, from the beginning of YouTube till about 2 years ago, because I thought it was just a bunch of skater boys falling on handrails and crushing their nuts. I thought that's what YouTube was. Past couple years have really opened me up to a lot of pretty cool things. 3 YouTube pages that I want to tell y'all about that I really enjoy. First one is house improvements, and I found these while searching for how to build a shed, because that's my next big project I want to do with the house. The first one is house improvement. The second one is home reno vision, R-E-N-O vision DIY. Those first 2 guys, they're Canadian. So if you can get through the bouts and I'm making fun. They're really good channel, and they know what they know. They really seem to know their stuff. The one I have found the past 2 weeks while it's been raining and I hadn't been able to do any tractoring is called The Essential Craftsman. I don't even know what the guy's name is. I just I hadn't seen enough of them to really pay that much attention. But this dude is phenomenal. The first two I mentioned they're really good too. Don't get me wrong. The Essential Craftsman, and he's been doing it for years, the YouTube page. He's like a general contractor kind of guy, can do everything, seems like. But just a few videos of his that I've seen, and he talks about all kind of stuff, like what bags he buys for certain or wears when he's doing certain jobs. Like if he's framing a house, he may wear one set of bags. If he's climbing on top of the house and doing the roof, he may wear, you know, a different bag setup. And you know, it's all the different types of levels he has, and speed squares and tape measures and how to run string, and it's really great information that I'm just trying to soak up. Check out the Essential Craftsman. Oh, I can't get over how good that YouTube page is. All right, moving on. All right, so I'm here at my dad's house. He's had a tree come down up here. It's kind of close to the 4-lane at the front of the yard. My app says it's an Eastern White Pine. Let's get it cut up. Wasn't too bad. Sure is a lot easier limbing it when it's on the ground than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Whew, my shoulders just don't work like they used to. But a lot of them limbs underneath, you know, were stuck in the ground and had a lot of tension on them for the weight of the tree. So I was just kind of picking and choosing, testing it out to see which ones were load bearing. I don't know, y'all tell me how I did. How you think I did anyway? I wasn't real sure what to do. You know, with the limbs underneath that were holding it up. So then I just decided to go to the stump and cut it to see what would happen. That way I'd kind of be out of the way. And then it fell over on itself. So that's the result I was looking for. Maybe I'll get out here tomorrow with the tractor, clean it up. Maybe later on this week, I don't know yet. It's supposed to get, I know it's snowing up north and we got the rain down in the south, but it's supposed to get cold the next week or two, like in the 20s. I don't like that. So I'm gonna call it a day, I reckon. I may head over to Marvin's and see what we got going over there, but it's still pretty wet. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll holler at you later. See ya.